Hey everyone. So today we're going to be talking about this book, Miles Johnston, Liminality. So I just received this book. I actually went through it completely the moment I received it. Like I sat down for like 3 hours and just ran through the book immediately because I love Miles Johnston's work so much. So thanks for joining in, and yeah, let's dive into this book's review. Okay, so here's the book. Uh, Book is like really well hardbound. The quality of the book is like really well put together. I love this blue and gold trim that we see here. It's actually one of the best books that I've seen. It's very big. Um, just you can compare the size of my hands to the book. It's a quite large book. So here it is. I mean, the first time I came across Miles Johnston's work was through Instagram. It was almost like a random suggestion, and I just clicked on the link and I saw like I went into his profile and seen his work, and I was like completely blown away. Like I knew that this is the I love his art so much. The level of surrealism, and it basically takes you to a different world. And like every time that I look at his work, it feels like um, it's like I'm literally being transported into a different world where like everything is surreal and like magical at the same time. It reminds me a lot about excuse me. Reminds me a lot about like watching a David Link movie. David Link, all his work is like really surreal, and the work that I see from Miles like reminds me a lot about the first time that I saw Twin Peaks, which is one of David Link's work. Um, and the other thing is his use of graphite. I think this drawings that you're seeing now is done with graphite, and like I was just completely blown away. Like how much of effects that he's able to achieve with the medium, and like it's so beautiful. Look at the rendering on this one. And the other thing I love about this book is that look at he shares a lot of his behind the scenes sketches, like before he starts a drawing, how exactly is he picturing it. And these are like super important and super useful if you're an artist yourself, because like you for the general viewer, they just assume that pieces like this just randomly pop out of an artist's mind, and usually that's not like exactly how it works. Like you can see how much he's exploring for each and every sketch, how the idea actually starts as a simple thumbnail. And this is actually like so important. And this actually removes a lot of the mystery surrounding like art. Like to to actually start with a new idea, you need the thumbnail. Like you need to explore yourself. Like every time you have a thought or a cool idea for a drawing, it's always best to like thumbnail it out first, see where the idea can take you. And it's think of the thoughts that you get, the ideas that you get are just small seeds. And what you do, you just put the seed on the ground and you water it, you let it grow, and you never know what comes after it. Like the seed that you plant, the ideas that you thumbnail will actually grow into something that you didn't expect at all. And that's exactly what I see in all the thumbnail sketches that we see here. We can see how the thumbnail is different from the final image. The artist actually thinks. The artist actually like depends, thinks, brings more ideas to the table. And a lot, you see a lot of that in this book, which I completely love, and I'm trying to bring that into my own work. Seriously, this is amazing. This actually reminds me of when I saw this, like, it really reminded me of, Last of Us, like, the monsters, the zombies, which, which are infected by, fungus. But that was really, really amazing to see. Really love the rendering of this one. Seriously, so good. These pieces reminds me of, the etching work of Zon. Uh, this is actually one of my most favorite pieces from the book. This really, really speaks a lot to me. It's so beautiful, and like, again, the rendering is just on another level. Seriously. You know. And I came across this, small section over here. So this is again, it's just reiterates the idea of, thumbnailing your ideas. And he put out the small cutout, cutlet inside the book. These are basically what he calls as, either rejected ideas or ideas he's putting in storage, because he still haven't figured out, what the final image is going to look like. This is so useful for me. Like, if you're an artist yourself, like, you can see how he's thinking and how he's actually going through the same stuff as us. Like, he still has doubts. He still, experiments, and he still does a lot of thinking. And not everything is perfect the moment that you think of it. Perfection is something that it is a process basically. Like, it just doesn't appear out of nowhere. It's like a constant process of small incremental changes and developments. Uh, yeah. The other thing about this subject matter is like how deeply psychological it is. Like, the other thing that I found out, everything, every work here, like, it really resonates psychologically with me. Like, you might be going through something of your own, or maybe you've gone through certain both good and bad stuff in your life as human beings, and these drawings kind of seem to reflect on that. Like, how exactly we feel, like, things that we don't usually share with other people, but yet we feel very strongly. That I feel is like kind of like the thesis of the work that I'm seeing here. There are a lot of things that we don't share to to what we to other people. Like, you know, a lot of the feelings that we feel usually stays inside of us, and it feels like in this artwork these feelings are taking a form of their own, which is exactly what really struck me when it first came across Miles' work. This is amazing. Yeah, and this piece is like so good. I mean, it really speaks so deeply, and the concept, the idea, the rendering. So absolutely everything is on another level altogether. So absolute mastery, what you see here for sure. This, yeah, this is I'm into meditation, and this piece is like so good. Like, the moment your head comes off, everything is in at peace, basically. I mean, we suffer usually inside our own heads, and like, meditation is a way of taking basically, it's a funny way to look at it, but it's so accurate still. Like, the head is basically the cause of all your problems. Uh, that's another thing that's so beautiful. I mean, it goes back to the idea that I shared earlier, like deep, philosophical work I see in these drawings. I mean, again, these are all, of course, my own subjective thoughts. I can never know what the artist actually intended with these pieces, but then again, that's the beauty of art. You get to, get derive your own meaning. And design principles wise, like, I see, um, a lot of repetition used, and repetition I see is a common theme in in a lot of his works, repeating elements, which is really really beautiful to see. And you can also, I mean, another thing that I forgot to mention is he actually shares a lot of his personal life and personal thoughts and story of his life in the book, which I found like super 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 inspiring. It actually humanizes him in a lot. Whenever I look an artist and who's this good, you tend to look up to them as something like a star on the sky that you can never reach. But the way he has written this book and the way he has put down his thumbnails, his process of how he approaches his art book really actually humanizes it, and it also shows that you can be this good as well, like given the hours, given the proper training and practice hours, and you can actually get this good. That's what I took away from getting this book myself. So this is Miles Johnston's Liminality. Yeah. So yeah, this is the book. I'll post a link for the book on Amazon down in the comments. And if you like to, check out my own work, you can check out my Instagram. That's also on the link below. So thank you guys. See you next time then. Yeah. Bye.